There are approximately 5,000 to 6,000 major limb amputations carried out each year, resulting in more than 100,000 amputees living in the UK alone. This film will show the challenges faced by two amputees and how they have come together to help others. We will see how they have both adapted to a normal life without limbs. In October 2009, Corporal Andy Reid stood on an IED while serving in the Yorkshire Regiment, who were on patrol in Afghanistan.
Lay on the floor, on my back, big dust cloud all around me, couldn't really see very much, couldn't hear anything at all. But very strange that I weren't in any pain at the time. Obviously there is down times when I get depressed and things get on top of me and I start to get annoyed, from small things like putting toothpaste on your toothbrush. And then also, I'm conscious if you do too much on your legs, do too much walking around, your legs start aching, then you've got to spend some time in your wheelchair. And after being up and about and so active on your legs, to spend time in that wheelchair again is massively depressing. It really gets me down when I've got to go and do that. And if I've got operations coming up in the future, then I'll try and delay them as much as I possibly can. When I woke up, I remember my legs not being there, so I was kind of had that in my mind that my legs were gone. I won't say I was happy with it. I was happy with it in my mind, if that makes sense. Obviously, being told that I'd lost my arm as well, very upsetting, very angry and annoyed about that. But straight away I just thought, I'm a survivor, not a victim, I'm still here. Two of my friends joined that tour that I was on, unfortunately got killed, and also since that tour about 12 of my friends have died out in Afghanistan. So every day I just think I'm still here, so I'm going to start moving forward in my life, setting myself some goals and do as much as I possibly can. So I think from very initially being injured to where I am today, I've done that by setting myself some goals. So some short-term goals for getting in our wheelchair, getting home for the weekend, to a long-term goal of marrying Claire, walking down the aisle, achieving the ultimate goal that I set myself. And I do believe that moving forward, if the body will do what the mind believes. So if you believe in positive things, you set yourself these goals and you keep moving forward and you can achieve anything you want to.
In Prescott, Merseyside, lives 36-year-old Stephen Cruz, who has been a double amputee for the last 6 years.
Wind it back again, wind it back again, pull, pull.
2008, Stephen was travelling around Australia when his camper van was hit by another vehicle travelling over 100 miles per hour.
After about 20 minutes down the road, don't really remember nothing other than, a girl had lost control of a car coming around the corner. Hit us head on, and next thing I know, there's a few sounds and noises and people around me, and then next thing I've got, staff around me in hospital, and they're trying to control my pain relief, and in and out of sedation. Then all I remember, the next thing I really remember is my parents and the doctor and the consultants around the bed one morning, all sort of talking, and then the doctor and the consultant got up and went. And I remember saying to my parents, he's talking like I've lost my legs. My dad's going, oh, it's all right, son, it's all right, you can do fantastic things, but I can feel my legs today.
Although Stephen has his limitations, he still manages to live a normal, active life.
Being cycler, used to get about quite a bit, but this is what I chose to do now, and it's great fun. As you can see, it's a fancy looking machine. It gets plenty of looks. After losing my legs, you do sort of think, are people going to look at you the same? Are people just going to see you as, there's that lad in the wheelchair, they're going to take a bit of pity on you? Are people going to, will someone fall in love with you? Or will they just think, he's a nice lad. I'll look after him. You know, when it is difficult. You know, it's I do very careful about who you meet and who you want to spend time with, because people can be with you for the wrong reasons and stuff. And you know, I do have a different way of life to a lot of people, although I try and make it as normal as possible.
In 2010, Stephen met Alison, and 2 years later, they were husband and wife.
I have got a daughter, Gabby, who was in school with Stephen's niece, Ruby, and me and Ruby's mum became good friends. She invited me round to her house for a New Year's Eve party, and the rest is history. We got together then, and that's it.
You've been keeping your eye on me for a few months, haven't you? You've been checking me out at the school, dropping. I used to pick the kids up at the school, and for my sister, and you know, Alison was there.
I'd noticed him, shall I say, and I just thought he was boss, like so brave and strong and stuff. Yeah, so.
And that was it?
Yeah, we were together 12 months, got engaged, got married 10 months after that. And then our Teddy come 9 months after that. So it was a bit of a whirlwind.
Yeah.
We decided we were going to start trying, but it literally happened straight away. And then the pregnancy was all right and everything, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a case of preparing for everything, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We knew we needed. Well, I wanted to be involved as much as possible. I didn't want to be one of these dads that is just a figure who sits in a chair in a corner. I wanted to be that dad that plays with his child and helps him grow, or her grow. You know, turns out it was a him, but you know, I wanted to be a part of that. So it was, you know, we went and we got an occupational therapist out, and we looked at, you know, what kind of things are going to help me in my life with my baby kind of thing, or with our baby, and you know what we should do. And there wasn't really much we could do, is there? Other than you know, we got a specialist cot, which will, you know, makes it easy for me to access the baby from the wheelchair.
Different wheelchair.
Yeah.
Different car seat.
Yeah, there's a few little things that have sort of made it easier for us. Yeah. As I say, it's, you know, it's nothing's particularly much different than a normal family.
No, well, you get up and you bath him and you give him his breakfast, and then when you go to work, I play with him all day. Yeah, and then go for coffee in clubs. But you do the jobs in the morning, don't you? And then we take turns of putting him to bed. So it hasn't been.
Certainly not much different to any other family. Like, it's obviously when I'm in the wheelchair, it does slow down a bit, doesn't it? Yeah. I do, you know, I can't do as much as I'd like to do, but what you don't mind, do you, babe?
No.
In 2010, whilst on holiday in New Zealand, Andy and Stephen met by accident. Since then, they have remained friends, and it wasn't until 2013 that both Andy and Stephen realised there was something lacking in the system and decided to start their own charitable business together, AIM.
Got a phone call and it was Steve, said, you know, remember it's Steve who met you in Auckland? So yeah, mate, let's meet up and have a beer. And we got chatting, just become really good friends, and our wives have become friends as well. And we sat down one day and we realised that in the army you go to Headley Court, you get given some legs, and you can see other amputees, maybe double or triple amputees, thinking, well, he's walking, so if I work hard, I can be walking as well. And that happens within the army. Obviously within Ceres Street, you have your operations, go to the limb centre, get given a pair of legs, and then you go home. So unless you are sort of self-motivated, or unless you do any research on the internet or however, you don't know what you can fully achieve. So me and Steve decided that there's something was lacking there, you know, in that system. So I left the army by that stage. We said, let's get together, let's open this company called AIM, you know, Amputees Inspire and Motivate. Let's go out to schools, show them, the school children, you know, with hard work and goal setting, then you can achieve near enough anything.
Me and Andy have always talked for the last few years about how, you know, how we can inspire other people and motivate them, and we want to do our bit for the community. We want to support amputees who are like ourselves but haven't had the same support as us or haven't got the same mental attitude as us, and we want to endorse that into them.
I'm Jackie. I'm a director at AIM along with Stephen and Andy. My role is coming into the office, answering emails, liaising with schools and colleges for fresh new jobs, getting feedback off the schools to see where we're going wrong and where we can improve. At AIM, we hope to meet as many amputees as we can, get them into sports and hobbies and other things. It may be education, employment, and just help them as much as we can. We can go bike riding with them, we can go swimming with them, we can take them out on days out.
Sue and Alan Bibby have been attending regularly and also remain positive about losing their limbs.
One of the things that keeps me going, it's a simple phrase, and it's not what happens to you in life, it's how you deal with it when it happens, and I do believe that firmly, and I think nothing can prepare you for this. And if somebody had said to me at a young age, you know, you'd end up at 57 full of cancer and as an amputee, I'd have just laughed at them because I was quite fit. You know, I was in the military, I played a lot of sport to a reasonably high level. I hadn't got a care in the world, and I ended up with cancer for Christmas, unusual Christmas present, but made a change from the hideous pullover and the matching tie and hankies, but hey ho, there you go. And I ended up losing my leg. My life changed dramatically from then on.
For any person who becomes an amputee, it's very daunting. It's very experience that you're going into the unknown. What do I do? How can I do it? How can I achieve it? I think through setting yourself goals, you can achieve anything you want to do in life, which is proved between Andy and Steve, and also myself in a degree that I go to the gym basically just to keep up a body strength because I use the crutches round the home. I still live in a 3-bedroom terrace, but I can still get around on crutches. Basically, when you become an amputee, take each day at a time and don't rush into things. You know, it's a marathon, it's not a 100 metres race, this is for the rest of your life. And then slowly but surely you can motivate yourself. But the first thing that they've got to do is they've got to learn to accept it. And once you learn to accept it, it becomes very easy. And then when you get your prosthetic limb, it becomes part of your life.
There's help out there and there's inspiration out there. Don't be frightened because you're not on your own. There's hundreds of people like us, and if we all join forces together, we can all help and support and motivate each other and pick each other down when we're down. And those that are on the up will help the people on the way who are on the way down, and the balance of scales will lift. And slowly but surely, it will help create a positive mindset and prove to them there is life after losing a limb.